Well, I'm not going to describe the state of my party again. I'm going to tell you about my own state, and the fact that I'm a Senate juror is the responsibility that I have. And there are things that I'd like to get evidence on that we haven't seen. I mean, John Bolton, for instance, may be able to tell us precisely when the decision was made not to provide the aid on an immediate basis to Ukraine, and what the president's reasoning was at that point. He may be able to tell us that. In addition, was there ever a time when the president himself communicated to Ukraine or to someone in the administration to tell Ukraine that the aid was being held up in order to encourage them to investigate the Bidens? I mean, these are questions that we've seen no evidence on at this stage, and I'd like to get that answer.
Do you have any questions about John Bolton's credibility? President Trump has raised those questions on Twitter.
I think any witness would be evaluated in terms of their credibility, but I have a great deal of confidence in John Bolton. I've known him for some period of time. He's a brilliant individual that I believe is a very strong and able person, and obviously he was selected to be part of the administration, and that bodes well for him as well.
And any concern with this decision may backfire? Can you come with us?
I've not seen the book. It's hard for me to imagine that the White House is going to be successful at stopping this book, a book that's supposed to be in the hands of the American public by the middle of March. I mean, think how stupid the whole Senate's going to look if this book has critical pieces of information that don't get exposed now, and suddenly in the middle of March Americans say, well, these were relevant facts. Why didn't the Senate consider it? So my hope is that my Republican colleagues will find a way, through Mr. Bolton's testimony, is in a deposition, find some way. This notion that they don't want to simply extend the process if there's relevant information out there doesn't seem to hold a lot of water. And well, I think, again, you don't have to be a legal commentator to draw the conclusion that if the president doesn't want this book out there, then there may be facts in this book that don't go along with the president's case.